Alrighty, how is everybody doing today? It is really windy and cold. Hey Penny, I got your package. Oh, I'm so excited to add those little critters to my collection. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Alrighty. So I have been clearing out the guest room closets in preparation for my mom to come. So I've been trying to consolidate the ephemera, and I thought I would show you some of the stuff that I'm clearing out, and also show you that stack of Hollywood newspaper clippings that I had. So I am going to turn y'all around, and I'm going to, I have a few boxes of stuff that I thought I would go through real quick before we get to the newspaper stuff. So, and if you do see anything that you're interested in, let me know and we can run it. Look at this beautiful birthday postcard. 1911. Isn't that cool? I just loved the moody, vibes on that. I thought that was really pretty. And we have this little one. It's also a birthday postcard. It hasn't been used. It's a German postcard. So, in addition to getting all of this stuff relocated, I'm also going to be sorting it and organizing it by if it's holiday or whatever. So this would go into a Valentine box. But look at that. That's some, that wording. Ooh, throbbing heart. From 1907. That was some pretty racy language, I think. What do y'all think? Oh, look at this Easter one. He's so cute. And then that sticker is on the outside. It's not on the card itself. Oh, that's so cute. And look at this one. I love these pinup style postcards. And look at this Valentine one. It has a raised Cupid on it. I don't think I've come across one. Look, guess. Okay. I do keep all of the postcards sleeved once they get inventoried and stored away in the boxes. And they do come shipped sleeved. So this one would probably go in the Valentine's box as well. And then we do have some of the postcard booklets. So let me see. It's easier for me to get this done because I don't want to rip anything. All right. So look at that train. It's like kind of cool. Put that one in there on Pocatello. I'm not sure where that is. And I also need to pull out my humor. Hey, Karen, I have all these humor postcards that I need to put all like in one place. I think they're so funny. As well as, you know, as I'm sorting through all of this, does any of it make sense to be in a like junk journal lot? Idaho? Oh, duh. All right, Angela. Smarty pants. Sometimes it's kind of hard when you're looking at it through your camera, you know, to figure out what things are saying. And I love these, the embossed postcards. And y'all, when I tell you I have tons of postcards, I have tons of postcards. We might even at some point go through postcard boxes and give y'all first dibs on them before they get listed. Look at this one. Isn't that pretty? I mean, at this point, I think I could just open an ephemera shop. But oh, these are really cute. And then a few more in this box. What do you think the story is there? It's baseball, but he's got his arms around two chicks. That a little racy? I think that's a little, Angela, I think I have a whole box full of just Christmas. Like, this is nothing. And we have that one. And I have St. Patrick's cards coming out the wazoo, you know. It's just kind of ridiculous. So that was what was in that little box. Unsorted. Most of them, I use these really big, they're specifically made for card storage. So, and I think I have about 10 of them, and they're pretty long boxes. So, I will bring those, and like I said, we'll just go through them and, you know, see if anybody's interested in any of that kind of stuff before they get listed. So, and then this is just, there were some random bags. This is just, that'll go into like a craft lot. Some of these are, they're going to go into some ephemera craft lots because they're just little like bits and bobs of things. Oops, that one's upside down. Yeah, I haven't like really sorted through that parlor games. Isn't that funny? I haven't really sorted through this stash. Oh, that's a little guest book. Isn't that cute? To even get it organized, you know, I want to do some, I'm not sure what, I don't, maybe we should show that. So I can make some like ephemera packets, some like Victorian type packets. And look at this. Look, somebody made this. It's all like penciled. Isn't that cute? But there's just tons of this kind of stuff. And I think the way I'm going to handle it is I want to get, while I'm off for the holidays, I want to get some little, kind of like those little scrapbook bins, you know, and look at him. And when it's filled up, then bundle it up and put it up as an ephemera lot. It's the best way, I'm thinking, to handle this stuff. That reward and merit. Ooh, look at this one. Little Red Riding Hood. That one's cool. Oh, that's so pretty. It's like a little poem. So, I don't know. What do y'all think about that approach to things? Because, I mean, it's still worth salvaging, you know? I hate the idea of stuff getting thrown out. When somebody can repurpose it. Oh, that's so cute. Look at him. See, like this. I think it's all these little bits could still be salvaged. Oh, that's a little old. That's like wood. Tree bark. It's made out of tree bark. I wonder how old that is. So yeah. So this is probably what I'll be doing over my holiday break. Oh, there's just all kinds of stuff that's in that box. And that's just, I know, Kathy. And that's why I was thinking of making like these like ephemera boxes and like just kind of theming them and then just put them out in lots. So it's definitely a struggle to figure out what to do with it all, but that's about as close as I have come to what I want to do. What is all this? Oh my goodness. There's just so much in here. Like, look at this. It's so fragile. I mean, its pieces are in there, but it's an old die cut. It's super fragile. And then randomly in that box, this is why I'm telling y'all I got to go through all this stuff and get it organized, is just this random dollar horse ornament. Oh my gosh. Oh, goodness. So, and look what they're doing to that poor bunny. He's holding him by ears. That's so mean. A mean little child. Oh, and then we have all these smaller little booklets. And a handful more postcards, and then we'll get started on the Hollywood stuff. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, look at that. Vintage advertisement. And this is like, it's like raised. It's like a little, it's got frit on it. Same with this one. And then Amtrak. Man, they had a lot of money back then, didn't they? Oh my goodness. There we go. We got an alligator. I think this person must have picked up postcards maybe as they traveled. There we go. Polar bear. You don't see the polar bear very often. Those guys. We also have I already filled up one whole shelf on my, this is full of the scrapbook corners. I already filled up one whole shelf with ephemera boxes downstairs, and it's one of those double racks. I'll give you an idea how much ephemera we're looking at. Oh, they're so funny. These are so pretty, these cowboy prayers. I have a girlfriend whose husband is the minister of a cowboy church. Never knew that was a thing until they started posting pictures of them doing a lot of ministry on horseback. Y'all know that was a thing? Oh, this is like a little booklet. The wonderful lunch boxes. Huh. Oh, yeah, she's down in Texas, out in the boonies. But I just thought it was really interesting. Look how cute. Yep, there is a chicken. I know where Beth is. Yeah, it's upside down. This is again that frit. So yeah. So I need to get all these sorted into their proper bins. But what thought we would go through today is, let me get this cleared off. This stack of Hollywood clippings. I told y'all it was a big stack. So we have, and then I think there's a couple things that aren't Hollywood related on it. Like there was this radio gospel stories. That's interesting. That was in there. Let's see what I'm doing. Look at that was from 1943. Oh, look, they took all the little prayer cards and put in there. And the same with this one. And with that one. And then they have a few loose ones in there. That's cute. 1953. Look at this. Christmas dinner. What they had. What did they have? They had ham, cherry sauce, giblet gravy, yams, Russian dressing, lettuce hearts, apple dressing, roast tom turkey. So this looks like it was a military dinner. Neat. And then we have this Bible picture storybook for children. Does it have a date? It just says 1900 Mennonite Publishing. Huh. The things I find in my stack. Oh, there we go. Who wants some candy? They saved their candy bar label. So, all right. So all of this came in a lot. So, like I said, there was no telling what was in here. So they saved these clippings. Apparently, they had an interest in the movie stars. I was looking for a date on this. Look at this. It's a picture of a, they carved a automobile in the snow. Oh, that's weird. And we have a wedding announcement. And another wedding announcement. Oh, look, this looks like it was from their yearbook. And we have this 1948 music festival. I always think it's really neat to look at these wedding dresses. All right, so this is attached to Dennis Morgan. So that's the cast, it looks like, on that. Look at this. Rita Hayworth. Oh, look. Isn't that neat? It's like the cover of the musical. Betty Grable. Look at this. That suntan. Where's Gabby? Oh, yeah. He's going to love all that hair gel. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Y'all remember using that hair gel? How crunchy it made your hair? Look at this. Claudette Falls. The story of Claudette, Colbert, and Skylark. Paramount Pictures. And these are all the shows that were coming to that theater. Yeah, I have seen that too, Kathy. Oh, look at the Nixie. She wouldn't say yes. I'm not quite sure they could have this movie today. What do y'all think? Not sure that would fly. Oh, look at these want ads. It goes through inventions, patents, real estate. This is from 1950. Oh, but look at that. Starring Girl, who found a new romance in the face of danger. With Lloyd Bridges. Who remembers Lloyd Bridges? And look at this. This is an article about working on the sets, getting the clothing and stuff ready. Right? So it's a behind the scenes look. And what's interesting is the women working behind the scenes. And then we have on the back that Christmas. I just love looking at all the old clothing, the way they did their hair and stuff. You know, digital media just doesn't hold a candle to all of this stuff in my mind. Look at this. This is Rudolph Valentino, the Chic. And then this is like all the shows. Look at all these little Christmas movies that were coming out. And this one was Elizabeth Taylor and Jimmy London. And stars that were going into the Hall of Fame. Look at that one. Alan Ladd. Abbott and Costello. Who remembers Abbott and Costello? Who's that? Jane Russell. Bob Hope. And this is the grand opening of the Shamrock Hotel in Houston. Zena Cleveland. I don't think I've ever heard of her. Margaret Whiting. It's kind of interesting what she chose to cut out. This is Francesca Sims. And this is William Holden. Right? And then there, Barbara Bell Geddes. I don't know. Recognize that one. Dick Van Patten. Look how young. Patricia Marshall. This one. Penny Gregory Peck. Okay. Oh, have y'all ever watched that, The Yearling? I remember that. That's an oldie. I'm not even sure if they play some of these anymore. The Sea of Grass. MGM's drama of love and violence. And we have Gail Storm. Ooh, Gail was a little risque there in her towel. Oh, who is that? That is Rex Harrison. Some of these you have to kind of read to figure out who that is. Betty Hutton. That hair. That's on Rex Harrison as well. They like, well, that took a dark turn there. Just saying. Three Loves. Corner Creek. Ooh, look at this one. Well, that's a racy ad. Wallflower. He's thinking of the girl he left behind. Okay. Hey, Miss Pam. We have the full Golden Follies. Oh, look at that. Check that out. Look at their bathing suits. Those just don't look very comfortable to me. Then we have this whole page on Elizabeth Taylor tells wedding plans. This is 1950. 15 cents for this. What else? I wonder what else was going on. Girl walks on boys like, what? Okay. There's a few interesting articles. Heiress to 5 million dies alone and penniless at 80 years old. That's sad. That is sad. And still Elizabeth Taylor. Oh my gosh. How old was she then? It's in 1950. Weds Air May. Let's see. Let's say. I think she was really young. Was it her second husband? Oh my goodness. And look at this, Elvira. And this one is Judy Holliday. I always think it's sad when you see like a blurb in the news about some of the old Hollywood stars dying, and they just, for the most part, seem to pass alone. Like, it's just so sad. It's like they just disappear. But of course, back then, I don't think they really knew how to manage like all their, their finances and stuff. So I suspect quite a few of them got taken advantage of. Diana Shore, Johnny Appleseed, and this one is Governor Jimmy Davis while still a school teacher in Louisiana. Okay. Then we had that. We have the Panhandle. Actress Betty Grable and her 10-week-old baby. Foreign Affair. Green Dolphin Street. Y'all, it was so freaking windy here this morning. I have been waiting on my bubble wrap to come. It's supposed to have come days ago. And I was like, yeah, I bet. And then you have like all these like movies occasionally that come back up to be played. Where do those royalties go? I wonder. Somewhere. Does it just go to the studio? Something? I've always been curious. Well, it's FedEx, Miss Pam, and it's like it has been sitting in Omaha for 4 days. And I finally got a notice early this morning that it's finally on the truck, which I'm like, I could have walked down there, and picked it up. It's quite ridiculous. Olivia de Havilland. So, but the wind was so bad this morning, I was really afraid. I was like, I hope it doesn't come in the middle of the night, because we had like 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and I was like, I will never find that bubble wrap. Oh, are they going on their... Yep, they're going on their honeymoon cruise. Clark Gable and former Lady Sylvia Ashley. What? Rita's baby, 51 to what? Well, that was weird the way that's titled because it's a 5-pound, 8-ounce girl. Why did they say 51-2? That is weird. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, look at this one. June Bride. I'm always wondering what about this caused them to, Blondie's anniversary, collect this kind of stuff. I've just been kind of curious as to what her plans were, to do with all of this stuff. Feuding and fussing and fighting. Because I'm like, what does one do with all of this stuff? Betty Hutton. So I've been trying to figure out what to do with this. Do I just throw it all in one lot? Do I divvy it up? I'm not really sure what to do with it. This is Gilda. Really? But it's like, was she only interested in certain stars? All stars? I mean, there's a lot of information, like not just the movies, but like Rita Hayworth with her newborn. I mean, a lot of them are on the stars themselves, or like movie announcements. But I'm just like, what was she going to do with all this stuff? Look at that, Lana Turner. I always thought Lana Turner was so pretty. And this one is Terry Moore. I don't think I heard of her. So I don't know. Do I divide it up into men, women, movie announcements? I'm not really sure what to quite do with all of this. Yeah, I mean, there are collectors for everything, quite literally. So I don't know. Maybe I'll break it up into men versus the women. I don't really know at this point what to. Lana Turner. I mean, there's some in here that I know there's enough of, like Lana Turner. There's several things that are just Lana Turner in here. Little Women. Elizabeth Taylor. Like there's quite a bit for Elizabeth Taylor. Like, applying for a wedding license. Now the Susan Peters. I was gonna say followed up by the divorce. Oh goodness. That's so bad. That's so bad. Oh, okay. That is My Pa Kettle Go to Town. I remember that movie. Well, I don't remember the I remember hearing of it, but and then there's Judy Garland. Lust for Gold. It's the root of all evil. Look at that. Handicap model. That's interesting. Oh, her corneas are scarred, so she's blind. Interesting. Now, look, this is funny. Look, she was suing a magazine because she said the magazine altered her nose to make it look like she'd had plastic surgery. That's funny. Yeah, I think so, Miss Pam. I think so. That might be the best way to do it. Look at that. Betty Grable. But once we get through this stack, I'm going to show you what somebody else did, Loretta Young, that I thought was super cool. How pretty. Yeah, that's some racy stuff going on there. Comanche territory. What is that? Look at that old Roy Rogers. And then I'm never going to get this stacked back up again. Oh, look, squirrel. There's deer, Angela. Feuding and fussing and a fighting. Irvin Berlin, Judy Garland. Skipper. Oh, look, that's Cary Grant's home that they built. That's weird. Those. The Betrayal. The Big Hangover. So there's a whole, like I said, a whole, oops, it's a whole stack of these. And some of what I find interesting is to look at the one ads that are on the back of what the clippings are. Yeah, so there's a huge, look at the Babe Ruth story. So there's a huge stack of that. Still, I mean, I think it weighed like about 2 pounds, is what it came out to be. But what I came across a few weeks ago, what somebody had done was they had an actual scrapbook. Look at this. How pretty is this? This is only the second time I've come across a scrapbook like this. I have another one that is blank that has that like pen-up model kind of picture on it. But this one is Movie Stars by Anita. And she went through and created a scrapbook with all the movie stars. So I thought that was kind of neat. It's from the early 1900s. I know, Miss Pam. I like I said, I have only found 2 of these books before. The other one I have is not filled out. This one was filled out, but it is absolutely amazing. So yeah, she just went through and created a scrapbook of all the movie stars that she was interested in. Like, I don't know, I'm assuming she saw these movies. I mean, to be posting them, have some kind of interest in them. Because some of them, there's like, she had some little like ticket stubs for them. Look at pumpkin posing. Look at the Halloween with the pumpkins. Oh, there's some racy pictures in here. Racy. So, yeah. It's really super fragile. I mean, so that's what I was wondering if, what the owner, and she didn't even finish the book, what, what she planned to do with those clippings. Because when I got them, they were just in a box. So, but I mean, why not, do like this one did and put them in the book. So that was what I had today. You can always reach out to me if you're interested in anything. But other than that, kind of taking it a little easy because I'm getting ready to travel to Alabama in a couple of weeks. So I tore apart everything around here, trying to get cleaned up, get organized. So plus get ready for the holidays. But with that, I'm going to let you go and I will catch you next week. Okay? Stay warm, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye now.